Today, homemade orange juice. We're going to be using weapon of choice, Betty Crocker Power Juice 1080 something. Sold at Kmart between 1992 and 1995. Comes to my kitchen compliments of Goodwill. Oranges of choice. This came from the school fruit sale. Best price I found for oranges was $3.98 for a 4-pound bag at Walmart. So we're going to find out how much juice we can get from 4 pounds of oranges. Pounds? About 4 pounds of oranges. Now the power juicer might actually be able to handle the peels too. Is there a better way to peel oranges? Would somebody please let me know? A commentary on orange juice and juices in general. Things you get from the store are not really juice. If you look at your juice label, you may notice that it's may say something like product of China or mainly China, which I thought seemed weird to me because China doesn't really have a whole lot of spot for agriculture for specifically fruit production like oranges. Those are traditionally a product of the US, Florida's, Keys, other tropical places that aren't China. How is it that our juice is coming from China? It turns out that the juice you're getting has been around the world several times. The problem is that stuff has a very short shelf life. And this orange sitting on the table here will not last for long. But if you look at your orange juice, it may have an expiration date more than a year in the future. So what they do is they actually export our oranges, typically store it in huge tanks where it sits for up to or over a year. A long period of time where it sits in the tank. However, I think that's just fine. It's because it's an airtight tank, everything's sanitary, it should be good. However, things happen to the product in that time. It typically doesn't have any taste. It just tastes like, I've seen videos of it, it looks like clear waterish, kinda. So, what they do is they add an artificial flavor back in, and typically it's not artificial. Depends on the juice you get. Maybe not necessarily an artificial flavoring, but flavoring from fresh oranges or fresh apples, whatever juice you're getting, and they add that back into the juice. So what you're getting is essentially a zombie juice with flavoring and dye added to make it an edible product again, which is a bit terrible. Or it seems a bit terrible that, that's where your juice comes from. There's a lot of sugar in this. And every orange, what was it? An orange has like 20 grams of sugar, which is a lot of sugar for your body. You might notice that a can of Coke or a 20-ounce Mountain Dew has some 77 or 70-ish grams of sugar in it. Also not good for you. Or sugar. You get the high fructose corn syrup, which of course also sugar, not a real sugar, I suppose. I don't know if your body can tell the difference. Maybe nutritionists or scientists can jump in and tell me. Yeah, so 17 grams per orange, and if you consider most of that's going to get into your juice here, we just did 10 oranges. So simple math on that is we are going to be consuming in this juice 170 grams of sugar. And juice by itself is not really something we naturally consume. Well, it seems all fresh because you're drinking, in this case we're going to be drinking the raw product. But sitting down and eating 10 oranges, we're going to see exactly how much juice $4 of oranges is going to get you. Found the packaging advertises 350 watt motor and 15,000 RPMs. Contact. See, we had a bit of user malfunction. That was the very last orange. It's not completely done, so I'll rerun this again. Oh man. Whoops. So spillage aside, 20 ounces is right there. 20 ounces is right there. We got a little bit more. I'm going to say 24 ounces. So it is $4 for about 24 ounces of juice. But it is real juice. Ooh, airy. Somehow manages to taste like an orange Julia. Carnage. Let's have a look at the insides here. Ooh, important things. Whole container of pulp. And to me, I don't know what I would do with that. I have no use for pulp, but apparently you can do something with it. I've heard of freeze drying or just dehumidifying, so it's to make some sort of candy. Maybe more to come on that later.